You got everything going?
What's something people don't know about podcast disclaimers?
Yeah.
They're the ultimate cover our butts move. All right, folks, let's get real. You know those disclaimers at the start of podcasts? The ones that say these opinions are our own and not our employers, friends, or anyone who might sue us. Yeah, those. Why do we need them? Because Stacey and Casey here, well, we might say something bonkers. And we don't want you blaming our bosses, our moms, or that guy who bagged our groceries last week. Nope, it's all on us, people. Think of it like this. We're just two dudes with microphones and way too much free time. And while we're at it, let's be clear. Our jokes, rants, and random thoughts, purely our own genius or nonsense. Depends on the day, so sit back, relax, and remember, if you're offended, it's definitely not because of our employers. It's all Stacey and Casey, baby. Covering our butts, one disclaimer at a time.
Disclaimer at a time.
What's going on, baby?
What up, Jive Turkeys?
Hey, I am Stacy.
And I am Casey, and
This is the Stacy and
Casey Show. And we are brought to you today by Ramen Noodles. No, we're not.
Really not.
We're
I was like,
No.
we're really not.
No, but you know, when you think ramen noodles, you think America's ramen. Anyways, it's gonna be a fire show because California is on fire. California
That's so fucked up.
is on fire.
Hey, prayers to the victims out
Connected
there.
to
That lost everything.
D. Their governor sucks.
What? Newsom.
Oh man, he's a Newsom. That's gonna be a phrase. Man, don't be a Newsom.
I just
Kill him.
At what
He's a
point
Newsom.
wonder
Don't
is
say that. Don't say that.
when will California leave the Democrats? That's all I can think. I'm like,
I
man.
heard some crazy shit this morning actually about that. That he has like the highest approval ratings of all time right now, and I heard that some people, regardless of all this shit, because they are so like vote blue no matter who, they hold him like up here, like on a pedestal. Like some of them are so fucking brave, and you know Hollywood and all the elite, they have to, you know,
back what
they
backs
have
them.
to back. And with everything we're going to go over in the show today, it's going to make perfect sense why we don't like the guy. So that's a thing.
I mean, that's a big thing. We're going to be talking about quantum computers. For those that don't know, man, pretty much, in my opinion, this can be good or bad. So we're going to let you guys make the decision. We're going to play a video on that.
Oh my
as
God,
well.
it's going to blow your mind.
I think that's going to be crazy. I think that we got some Casey's thoughts that'll probably take place today.
I don't even know what's going to come up.
Hey.
If it comes up, I'll be like, hit it.
When the passion hits, the passion hits.
I'm passionate, baby.
But we're going to get right into it with these California fires,
Some
man.
burning
because
love. 'Cause
burning love.
my heart's in California. That's where I was born and raised. I surfed in Hermosa Redondo Beach. I snowboarded at Mountain High, Tahoe. Fucking, I've been around, you know.
That's your spot. That's your
So
stomping ground.
to see these hills on fire and all these flames and like surfers with like flames in the background and just going down to the water, it's like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Doesn't look like it looks like a different country. Like
Yeah, it looks third world.
looks like a third world friggin' country. It looks like fucking Hawaii.
It looks like
a few years ago.
I used to have an African homeboy from Kenya, and he always told this story about when he first got to St. Louis, right?
Mhm.
And he left the airport, and he got on the Rock Road, and he took a left coming from the airport. Now, anybody that knows about St. Louis, if you go left when you hit the Rock Road from leaving the airport, you're going to the city, okay? Well, he starts going past the cemeteries. If you know about Normandy, he gets past the high school, and then he gets to Wellston. And he's going through, and he said, man, I really thought I left the country. He was like, what we see overseas is always the White House and this beautiful shit. He goes,
Yeah.
man, it looked like we left the country. I laughed so hard because when I think about it, imagine the people that have never seen America. And right now they're coming in to fight a fire, help, whatever they're doing.
Mhm.
And this is their first glimpse. They're like, this is really where I wanted to be.
Yeah, no shit.
I think I want to go
Dude,
back
I
home.
swear to God, when I first moved out here, and I'm from California, and I'm from like, I want to say middle class. You know, we didn't have like any
Diddy parties.
Diddy parties. Don't worry. I had to clarify that to my mom. Mom, I'm making sure everybody knows we had no Diddy parties. I insinuated my dad worked for the studios and they threw parties, and there's no connection there. Anyways, we lived in a nice neighborhood and everything. And where was I even going with that?
The fact that, I don't know, you came to St. Louis and
Oh, yeah. And I started working for the cable company. I was working Jefferson County. And I'm not familiar with trailer parks. Where I grew up in California. It's like, hear of them, you just don't go to them. I don't know. It's like I'm so privileged. I didn't know about trailer parks till I had to work on them in Jefferson County, and I immediately started hating living here. I was like, I live in the most white trash place in the fucking world. I pulled up to one place in House Springs, and it was a trailer park, and had a fucking Confederate flag inside the window, and I was like, oh no, God, another one. And then they throw the N-word around like it's like savvy, and I gotta pretend like I'm game because I'm white. Yeah,
I know exactly what you mean.
This charter right here. Isn't that good? Go look up some more racist shit.
I'm out of here. But
Anyways,
I think there's just
not
so
to say
many...
everybody's racist in Jefferson County, just most
I'm
just kidding.
I wouldn't stay there overnight, walking around.
Just no, if I saw you walking around Jefferson County, I'd be like, hey man, you might want to get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna drive you to the city.
Where else? I'm gonna take you somewhere closer.
Just watch me as I leave.
You'd be like, I'm gonna take you to the city. I'd be like, leave me here. Leave me here. But no, as far as it's when you look at these conspiracies, there's so many routes people are saying, right? You got cover-ups, you got LA 2.0. And it's I want to know what people are thinking, because real life, how can you not think something is at foot? How is this not man-made when they got all these arsonists getting caught burning shit? Right? Now they've got like 8 to 12 locked up.
And it just so happens they're all immigrants. The one thing that our new president is actually going to eliminate right out of the gate. So is this like one final strike while they still have all these people
Get
on their
everything
side?
done they can, you mean?
Yeah, and just to clear up just the LA 2.0, do we have that queued up by chance?
We definitely have it queued up. Let me get you up.
Yeah, we're gonna get you updated with what we're talking about here. This is Newsom, governor of California.
Over the course of the next several years, Los Angeles will be host to the World Cup, and then the Super Bowl, and then the Olympics. With this rebuilding effort needing to take place, is LA going to be ready for all of those global events?
My humble position, and it's not just being naively optimistic, that only reinforces the imperative moving quickly, doing in the spirit of collaboration and cooperation. President of the United States, Donald Trump, to his credit, was helpful in getting the Olympics to the United States of America, to get it down here in LA. We thank him for that. This is an opportunity for him to shine, for this country to shine, for California and this community to shine. The opportunity with all of that and all that opportunity and that pride and spirit that comes from not just hosting those 3 iconic games and venues, but also the opportunity, I think, to rebuild at the same time. And that's why we're already organizing a Marshall Plan. We already have a team of looking and reimagining LA 2.0, and we're making sure everyone's included, not just the folks on the coast, people here that were ravaged by this disaster.
You just said you're organizing a Marshall Plan for the rebuilding of California. What is that Marshall Plan? Tell us about this Marshall Plan.
We're just starting to lay out. I mean, we're still fighting these fires. So we're already talking to city leaders. We're already talking to civic leaders. We're already talking to business leaders and nonprofits. We're talking to labor leaders. We're starting to organize how we can put together a collection of individuals on philanthropy for recovery, how we can organize the region, how we can make sure that we are seeking federal assistance for the Olympics more broadly, but also federal assistance for the recovery efforts, and how we can galvanize the community with folks that love this community to really develop a mindset so that at scale we're dealing with the scope of this tragedy and responding to it at scale with efficiency, like the executive order I talked about, time value of delivering projects, addressing building codes, addressing permitting issues, and moving forward to rebuilding and being more resilient.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app, or follow us on social.
Yeah, sorry about that last little post, but I just want to say, does anybody have a bigger heart on for LA than Newsom? Like, I'm just saying, like, this man is just giddy as giddy could be. Like he looks like he just got
Man.
pussy for the first time. He's LA 2.0. We're gonna, you know, like damn, can you chill out?
2.0.
You're selling the shit out of this,
He's
man.
a salesman, man, with
Hey,
the hand
great
movements
salesman.
galvanized, and Trump was good enough to get it here. Now he's gonna rise up if he helps us build it. Like he's such a salesman in that friggin' video. In the
But
meantime,
he
the
has,
fires are still going.
he has a great point here. I want to say, right? They do now have a way to make a shit ton of money.
Oh,
Where
trust
you
me.
follow the money, you'll find the issue. You got a man that makes $200,000 a year. We just watched a video on this, buying a $9.1 million house. Where'd you get the money? Okay. Now, when you're going into all this shit being built, we know where the money laundering is coming from. We know that the stimulus package that they're saying they're giving of $770, there's already $500,000 missing out of that. If you don't believe me, go watch his speech. He gives the numbers. You do the math. There's 500,000 missing. Now, when it comes down to it, where is it going? Who's getting the benefit? And what is the long-term goal? They say the smart city, right? That's been the
Smart
big thing.
city, and I get it. I mean, I was actually thinking this on the way over here. I was like, man, this is like like we're living in a video game. And I was thinking, you know what? If I was playing a game of Sims and I was like controlling a city and I had California going and like all this new technology is like out, it's outdated a little bit, and I want to like wipe it out in my video game and just rebuild, yeah, I'd burn it. It's like, well, okay, well, if I'm looking at this from a business perspective, like Thanos, yeah, burn it and just
To the
start from
ground,
scratch.
literally.
That's the fastest way to get results, the fastest way to get funding, the fastest way to do it all at once right before the Olympics.
And what did Biden say? We're going to cover 100% of the funding.
100%
The federal government, our tax dollars, is going to rebuild millionaires' mansions. I want y'all to hear this. Again, they always find a way to get the working man's money to give it to the wealthy, the 1% of the 1%. These people, you're talking multi-million-dollar mansions burnt down. It's not our fault you didn't have insurance, okay?
Insurance companies are going
The
to go
average Joe,
bankrupt with this.
the average Joe person doesn't have or live the way they live. Why are you giving our money to them when there's still potholes on the highway knocking out tires? When there's veterans who I'd rather my money go to because they served our country on a federal level, let my money go there. Don't let my money go to some rich people in the Hollywood Hills to rebuild, the government to go rebuild some apartments because you want to put in housing for the LA Olympics and the World Cup. And hey, guess what? We get one shot at it. We're going to get a bunch of money out of it. What happens after? What are you going to do with these stadiums? What are you going to do with them?
Not just for the future. I mean, they're going to keep making money off of it.
But what are they going to do with them? These are mega stadiums.
Yeah, that's the
so
future
either you're going to
of
sell
entertainment.
You think that's going to be it? You think that? I mean, that's a good idea. I mean,
that's what I think they're shooting for.
I mean, you think about Taylor Swift; she could sell one of those bad boys out.
Oh my god,
Beyonce, she could sell one of those bad boys out.
And speaking of money, you know all that trouble they had with the water and how the reservoirs were drained for maintenance and all that shit. You'll never guess who's the highest paid official in California is out of all the officials, the governor, the mayor. That one chick who runs the water, she gets paid, get this, $750,000 a year to maintain California's water. Her predecessor, the person that she took over from, they got paid, and we can look it up and verify it, but I believe it was 330 or 430,000 a year. Anyway, she got a huge pay increase at just so happens the time where the job was done the worst. So
well, you do know that California's water is owned by people. Like 60% of the water supply is owned by a farm that has like a pistachio farm, like Wonderful Pistachio or something. They literally own 60% of the water. Okay. So when you think about this and then you're buying your water from private sector, the next big stock commodity, which I think we should watch on the natural resource market, is water. And if they can control a whole city, let it burn before it got water, that's power. That's how deep it goes.
And all they say in the videos, the unprecedented wins. Unprecedented wins. This is the same fucking wins you get every year at this time. I'm from there. It's the windy fucking city.
Everything's the same across the board on these news stations. It's all the same shit. They're saying the same shit over and over and over, pumping you full of propaganda. Again, if they're saying it on every news station, when you flip the channel and it sounds like the same fucking thing, they probably are selling you something, ladies and gentlemen. We work in
100%.
sales. We
Yeah.
know repetition is a beautiful thing. We know the best part of sales is planting the seed. Now,
Repetition.
when we plant that seed of doubt and we make you question, we can control a little bit more than we normally can.
Repetition.
The government has now put enough question and doubt in us that we don't even trust the government, that we question everything.
Yeah,
As though they can do
luckily
whatever.
Enough people are like you and me now, where it's like, okay, they see the bullshit, or they have a good friend that showed it to them. They're like, oh my god. And actually, I think was it you? There's talking about other countries.
Oh yeah, I'll talk about it. Red Note is this new app they were saying is going to take over TikTok because TikTok is going away. And there were Americans asking the Chinese, because it's a Chinese website like TikTok, what is your opinion of America? Right? And their big whole conspiracy over there is that we're an oligarchy, that we're ran by the rich. They don't believe shit about the White House. They don't believe none of that. They think we're an oligarchy. They think we're ran by the rich, and they think we're fat. So like,
and they say not only are you an oligarchy as a go, but y'all don't know it. It's like we all
That's
see
the
it,
big
looking
thing.
out, looking in. It's obvious, but
whole
y'all pretend
world
like you don't
knows.
fucking know.
The whole world knows.
Hey, I know.
I know. I mean, I think it's at a point in time, and you can really say this when you look at legal matters. Do you got enough money to throw at it to make it go away? Because that's really how they get you. These rich people, Diddy and them, who knows if they're really sitting in jail? We believe they are. We hear stories that they are. We don't know.
Like the movie that
We're fed whatever the media tells us. And they give us enough to make us not question. But I think we all need to be questioning what the fuck is going on, that you got Biden going out saying that we need to not ever have a president basically like him again. When you watch his ending speech, you're just like, what the fuck is this dude talking about? This is everything he did. You're talking about how there should be control, and everybody wants to talk about how there's, what's it called? Respect in the White House. There's respect in Congress, and those positions are respected. They're a fucking joke to everybody.
The whole, to be in Congress, you just have to be pretty much a citizen.
You have to be a very good spokesperson. Is all I think. I think the best salesmen work in the Congress.
Oh man,
you think you're good at sales, you'll find yourself in politics, because them motherfuckers can sell you some shit. They sold you a dream if you think that we had a good last 4 years of presidency. Real shit. And the thing is, there's people that believe it. But
hey, speaking of the water, while we're still in the California, that chick that gets paid $750,000 a year to fuck up her job. Can you play that one? It's they're asking her why the water was.
Let's go right over here in the front.
Yeah, Josh Haskell, ABC 7 Eyewitness News. Mayor Bass, I've been on the fire lines the last 2 days. I've never seen firefighters this desperate. At fire hydrants, water not coming out, the pressure so low, the number one tool that they use to fight these fires, not there. How frustrated are you about that? And also, I'm getting texts right now from the Palisades Highlands community. We're almost 48 hours after this fire started. There's not resources up there. The hydrants aren't working. Where's the National Guard? Where are miles and miles of water tenders? How are we addressing this?
Well,
Your reaction?
First of all, you asked me, was I frustrated by this? Of course, because we all know that this has been an unprecedented event. We also know that fire hydrants are not constructed to deal with this type of massive devastation, and that the number one problem, especially on Wednesday, was the fact that we weren't able to do the air support because of the winds. And so, of course, I am absolutely frustrated by that. I am not sure that is correct, that there are no resources up there, but rest assured, as soon as we are done here, I will follow up on that.
But those homes, the first day and a half, there were homes up there that had been protected by the fire. And then I went up there yesterday and there were
that had
lots
been
of
protected?
that it basically had been saved. Obviously, the fire's moving different directions, but when I went up there yesterday, there were not a lot of resources. We drove around, and then I know that things got worse up there. I'm just wondering, now that we move 48 hours past, how are we addressing these water problems that are continuing, and is it acceptable that they continue?
Well, let me just say that the water problems are a little better now because the winds are such that we can go up and have the air support. And you know that was the reason that the devastation was so bad, the unprecedented wind, the strength of the wind, and the fact that the air support could not go up.
And if Chief Crowley wants to talk to this, there have been many fires before where air support.
Oh, that wasn't the
So-
chick that gets paid.
Are we blaming HARP?
It's what?
I'm blaming HARP. Unprecedented winds. We've manipulated that wind. That's all I'm saying. I want to say, since we're on the water subject,
LA, babe. LA, babe. At our world.
I'm filtering, boiling, all types of shit. That don't look safe. As
That
far as
That looks like the bathwater after my wife puts her 25 cups of salt in it.
I want to say this. You know it's bad, and there's a lot of questions when Mel Gibson goes out there and says some wild shit. Now, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, we're going to play the clip really quick.
Well, I know they were messing with the water, letting reserves go for one reason or another. They've been doing that a while. California has a lot of problems that sort of baffle the mind as far as why they do things. And then in the events like this, you sort of look, well, is it on purpose? Which, it's an insane thing to think. But one begins to ponder whether or not there is a purpose in mind. What could it be, I don't know. Do they want the state empty? I don't know.
Do they want the state empty?
They do.
That rich man chuckle. They got to tell you one way or the other. And who better to put it up there and talk to you? Mel Gibson, Passion of the Christ. So we're going to, man, I'm going to say if we got him up there, it looks like fucking Babylon from the Bible burning with all the fucking crazy shit that California approves. And I just don't want to be a part of it. I've never been a huge fan of I want to move there, but damn, if the winds are that unprecedented all the time, every year, I don't think I want to live where I might burn to death. For real shit.
My buddy Blaine lives out there in Palmdale, like Lake LA area, but he sent me a video, and it's on the Stacy and Casey site on Facebook and on TikTok. But it shows a video of his buddy going down to his daughter's neighbor to pick up his daughter's neighbor who was like too old to leave, and it was like legit footage of driving down the street in the car, and there's like a house over here on fire, a house over there on fire, like just complete havoc. And another big thing that's happening down there are people getting arrested for looting. Of course, you have something like this. Emmys have gone missing out of these rich homes from actors and shit. They've caught a lot of people, a lot of course, immigrants, illegal immigrants, been caught red-handed, looting houses, and just
that happens in any disaster.
that happens in any disaster. But man, it's sad.
I think that the other ironic part is there's a lot of pictures of trees still standing.
So far,
Wouldn't trees be the? Well, yeah, they're going to get rid of that evidence as quick as possible, but wouldn't they burn too?
no, you'd imagine, trees.
Unless it was hit with
California,
like a
they're probably
direct
fake
energy-
trees.
Unless it was like a direct energy weapon or
Something
something that might just have been used in Lahaina. It's
probably.
just anything's possible.
Well, seeing how they're catching people on bicycles, like with elaborate torches and vests and all types of lighting stuff material, and they're immigrants, but they're going around setting fires. These people didn't just decide one day, you know what? This seems like a good idea. I'm going to do this and get all
or
this
are
equipment.
they copycats?
Or, yeah, they're copied. They come over. I want to like being
No,
clever.
'cause I mean, When you see shit like this, you always talk about serial killers. There's copycat
serial
killers.
No.
No, when you talk about police, they talk about copycat killers. There are people that copycat crimes. That's
I
what they
believe
do.
that, but there's we're talking about the conspiracies of like an LA 2.0 and all the
Yeah.
and how it ties in
But
with why they're
I just
starting.
don't see that.
And now
little
you're
bitty-
changing the conspiracy
No,
theory.
I just don't see that little bitty fire burning everything. I can see it burn in certain areas. But I think overall, when you look at some of the damage in certain areas, there's more than just fire. There was definitely more than just fire at work.
No, but the fire that they're starting in those winds, that's legit. When
I
fire
don't doubt
the
that.
ambers and stuff,
I mean, hell,
80
cigarettes spark the
mile an hour
fire.
winds in California. The
Smokey the Bear, Casey.
Dude,
yes, forest fires are real.
Preaching to the choir, bro. In California, that was like one of the biggest thing in Palmdale. It's so dry. Do not set anything on fire. You can start a brush fire. It's just common fucking sense.
I've seen brush fires in Missouri.
Yeah.
So I know that's real. But I'm saying when you look at some of the damage, who's to say there wasn't more at work than just that?
No, of course there was. I'm just bringing up some of them they know for a fact were caused by people, and those ones spread and caused these huge fires.
Or what if these are decoys that they sent in there to say, and I'm just presenting devil's advocate because everybody has to have somebody to blame, right? We send these people in with blow torches and shit, but everybody knows this started quick. And now again, I'm not from California, and I know fires spread quickly.
Yeah, I think you're a reptilian sometimes, dude.
No, but I'm saying, who's to say the government didn't put those people in place to take the fall for them destroying evidence? I don't trust the government, so I don't see why they wouldn't put fall men out there. Hey, go start this fire, because all these people were caught starting the fire, so they put the fire out.
Like multiple people,
but they got out and stopped those fires, so those fires didn't spread.
No, what about all the fires that he was setting trash cans and fires and trees on fires and brushes on fire? Yeah, it wasn't like he did one thing and they caught him, and it's just this one guy. Multiple people have been caught. I would Google it right now, but my phone's like that. But no,
I just believe the government could put decoys out there.
Of course, they can do anything. So that's also assume that there's ant people that just learned how to make fire, but they're also invisible, and they're lighting fires all over the place, and the government are hiding them.
That would be
for some other reason.
Or them drones were direct energy weapons capable.
I'm just saying we can make up a million theories, but if you're caught red-handed starting fires,
so why were they starting the fires?
Because they want LA 2.0.
But after that, what is after that? That's my confusion. Is they're doing all this for
after that? It's not like.
But I'm saying, again, my original question was, what are you going to do with the stadiums, right? What comes after? Like, I just don't see the use, because I look at China.
They're not making a fucking Coliseum.
No, I'm saying they're making big ass stadiums. You look at all these other Olympic stadiums and shit; they all go to waste afterwards, right? What does LA have planned to use these? Are they going to be economically sound? Who's paying for them?
What? I didn't know you saw the stadiums that they have planned in California.
I have not. Which is
so. What were you coming up with this information?
Because I think about a giant soccer stadium. It's not small.
We got one in here in St. Louis.
It's got to be bigger than that for a World Cup.
You should see the one in St. Louis.
It's big, but the reason I'm saying
it's like the Coliseum.
Does it really?
Yeah, I got video of it. It's on my site.
I
did a walkthrough actually. It's because it was so fucking huge and gorgeous. The soccer stadium. I don't like soccer. My dad does. He's really good at it, but I just don't like it. But man, I was so impressed by the soccer.
So you think there'll be soccer teams and football teams using it?
Oh man, that's like
Didn't LA just get a new stadium?
Well, you don't use the stadium. You use it for concerts. You use it for sports. You use it for evil get-togethers.
Mass sacrifices.
Mass sacrifices, which are right around the corner.
Yeah, it does seem like that. I just asked because I think about how I've never seen it economically feasible for a city to build. And they're talking about 3 events. So they're going to have probably 3 stadiums. They're going to have the Olympic Village. They're going to have all that shit they build out, which explains the Malibu apartments going up and down the coast. They can put, the fucking people from out of the country and these beautiful views of the best part of the world. They can sell tourism. It's a great marketing event for the events. But in my opinion, I just don't see after it how this is feasible. Are they going to tear it down? You're saying arenas for events. You have to have people to perform in those events. And right now, celebrities, Hollywood's dying. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand who's going to be at these events and paying for them. Nobody can afford them unless Trump is going to jump back the economy that much.
There's always going to be someone rich. There's always going to be an entertainer. There's always going to be somebody wanting to watch somebody else.
Yeah, that's a follower.
Yeah, I mean, there's Coliseums that from the beginning of time, movie theaters.
Well, I mean, Rome and
They're not going to make something that doesn't prove.
My
to already
concern is
make
that
money.
the Coliseum was made as a distraction as the political party was failing.
Okay.
Is that
Call
what
it
this
as you
is?
will.
But I'm saying,
People
is
like
that
to
what?
slow down for an accident. People like to show.
But is that what's happening right now? They're giving us a bunch of displays and distractions while our government just collapses.
I think this is part of some sort of bigger scheme, but I think for the immediate buyers and stuff, the benefit is going to get this LA 2.0 before the Olympics.
Well, there's a
is
lot
here.
of smart cities popping that they're trying. All these places burning up with these crazy fires are all wanting to be smart cities, and they're all getting hit with DEWs, with direct energy weapons. Do your research on them. But as far as, I don't understand, what is a, like, at this point, I'm wanting to know, what is a smart city? Have you done any research on that? Because I haven't.
A smart city. Have you ever seen the movie Free Guy with Ryan Reynolds? Remember when he puts
Yeah, I
the
watched
glasses
it.
on?
Yeah.
That's a smart city.
So you're going to think you're somebody totally different. You're going to be walking around with virtual reality glasses.
Precisely.
I don't doubt it, because that's what they were trying to do with the fucking VR. They're trying to get people to live in an alternate reality. There were people really, this is what blows my mind is, I would say 10 years ago, I'd be like, you're fucking tripping, right? Ain't nobody going to put on these glasses and live in a fictitious world. There are people getting robbed in these fictitious worlds on this virtual reality
And they're
shit.
probably too fat in their digital world to run from them.
No, but what I'm saying, listen to me, like, they're getting robbed. They're getting SA'd in the digital world.
Wow.
They're spending tons of real money to have real estate property in the digital world. And then you put in all of this thought process, and then you go, well, isn't that dangerous with quantum computing?
If I got digitally SA'd and had to talk to a digital therapist about it, I would have to get subscribed to so many digital medicine. I don't know what I would do with all my digital currency.
It's one of those things where you're like watching the TV.
What
It's
do
like,
you
take
do?
off the glasses, you dumb son of a bitch.
Sometimes I see like huge people sitting in chairs and they're like just on their phone so bad you can see their whole body growing and forming to like just somebody pushes on their phone all the time. And that's pretty much what they're doing. They're living their life through their phone, because if they put it down and they had to live it through their body,
they'd hate it.
They wouldn't look like that.
They would hate their life.
They would change it because you had no
Man.
choice. Just like when I went to, perfect example, when I got out of the military, I went to the brig first. Okay, and the brig was really fucking boring. You're restricted what you can do big time. So what was I able to do? Work out and work out. So when I got out, I was so fucking ripped because I had no choice. You take away your shit. So if you take away the stuff that does not get you in the position you want to be in, throw that shit away, and that includes your phone. That's your deep thoughts by Casey. Sorry, I didn't say anything.
Well, I mean, I think it's getting to a point where, and I was talking to you about this as we were talking about quantum computing.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're about to get to a point where we're going to have to go backwards on technology. And the reason I say this is, we were talking about quantum computing. For those of you that don't know, there's a computer out there that has been cracking codes quicker than they've ever projected. They've got these estimates that, oh, this code will take 10 million, years to crack, or whatever it might be.
Project, what was it called?
I don't remember the name. But
Project something that Google ran.
So Google comes up with a computer that cracks that shit in like 30 minutes. Okay.
5 minutes.
You say, why is that scary? We're going to a digital age. Cryptocurrency is one of these things they're really, really pushing. XRP just getting through the SEC today. Everybody's seeing the surge in XRP. We're getting to a point that digital currency is real. It is here. It is not going anywhere. But with that, hacking becomes a concern. And you have these things called cold wallets and different things like that. But I want you to listen to a scientist that talks about quantum computing. Because when you really hear the capability of what it can do, it can be good, which is my opinion, but I also think it can be bad. Casey heard it and immediately was like, this is horrible. So
Stacy thinks it's good and bad.
I want to hear your opinions.
No,
and
I'll explain. The good. I see the good in it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. So
play it.
What is quantum computing and how does it work?
The digital computer of today could be like the abacus of years gone by. We're talking about the computer of today could become obsolete with this race to perfect the next generation, which is quantum computers. Instead of computing on transistors, we're computing on atoms. Think about that. This is the ultimate computer. There's nothing smaller than what you can do with atoms, and that's what these quantum computers compute with. Industries are going to be created out of nothing. Medicine is going to be turned upside down. Energy production, society, entertainment, every aspect of society will be changed with quantum computers, and that's why there's this race, a race to perfect the quantum computer.
Now, when I hear that, I hear, and I'm going to explain it really quick before we go too far. What it means is normally you have binary code when you work with computers 0101. It goes back and forth. This is like, basically this runs the 0 and the 1 at the same time, so it can just infinite loop it instead of it going back and forth. What that means is they can find cures, they can crack safes, they can hack your computer, they can hack your Tesla, they can hack your drones, like that. All the passwords, that most secure passwords you thought WXL1R, all capital, military style passcode, will not work because it will hack it. And I think about cancer and diabetes and being able to find cures to medicine. And I think with this kind of technology, the government at that point has to give it to you because we know it's possible, right? But Casey has a totally different.
No, not at all. That's pretty much nailed it.
Yeah, but at the same point, it has the ability to crack the code on a nuclear warhead in Nuka City. And with AI technology, literally teaching itself and learning more, they found robots that literally will read books to attain more information. Who's to say that? Because you know what they do with these computers? They try to put it into a goddamn robot. You know what I'm saying? And if you have one of these things walking around that can calculate shit, the military that gets it first is the most dangerous person on the planet. That's just what it is. That is the most dangerous country on the planet that has it. Because now they can control your social media. They can mass propaganda at the drop of a dime. As news is produced, they can produce articles to combat it. There's so much good, so much bad that comes with this. And
they said because of these quantum computers, like they're gonna have to go back in time as far as instead of like doing stuff in code, doing stuff hand to hand. Literally written on paper, handed over in person. Banks aren't going to do any type of things over the phone or video conferencing. It's going to be in person, face to face to do transfers because you set this up with your account. You don't trust doing your information this way. So things are going to change for the good and bad. I can totally see medicines and, oh my God, energy efficiency and the not have a cap on energy. That'd be mind blowing. Everything that revolves around energy. So to have endless supply of that, it's like the opportunities. But like you said, gets into the wrong hands. One hack, all of a sudden, anything connected to the internet, your kids' insulin that they get on a regular, all of a sudden, everything.
Ransom. Think about the people that hack these companies and say
anything connected to a computer,
you got to pay me in Bitcoin to get your system back
to a router.
No, I'm saying this is literally what happens. This is a thing that does occur. Companies get taken for ransom. They hack their system. They hold them accountable. Now, if they do that to your insurance company, they do that to your hospital, what the fuck would you do?
With the technology going the way it is, man, I'm thinking of that show Black Mirror. You seen that? Those? Oh my God.
I've seen pieces of it. I haven't seen it all.
Dude, if you watch one episode, you want to watch all of them. Sometimes you hit one episode, you're like, I can see it, but Then you watch the next one, you're like, whoa. So Black Mirror, it's like we're living in a fucking Black Mirror episode. I think quantum computers is gonna, man. I'm glad I stopped playing video games and gave away my PS4 because
what's the med bed, Nick? I'm listening. I'm listening. You gave.
I'm just saying. I how video games and shit are gonna get in the future.
And shit,
I already addicting enough. I played Kid Nicky till my thumbs hurt, bro. That was like Nintendo.
It's funny to me because as I've gotten older, I can sit down and run like 3 to 4 matches of like a shooting game.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes down to like a sports game, it takes too long and too much focus that I could be doing something else with this time. That you'll get one match out of me, and you're probably going to get halfway through that match before I'm completely checked out of it because I'm wasting time and it's so redundant. And I've learned that video games are so repetitive. And I've learned that if you make something really repetitive that people like, you'll get paid a lot of money. And I'm trying to find that next invention. I need to know what it is. Fuck, fidget spinners made motherfuckers rich. What can I come up with?
And once you have the epiphany and you realize from a salesman point of view, that you can sell shit like that, how valuable time is. That's why the more time you spend with something, the more its stock goes up in the stock market. It's time spent with the product, time involved, time. Once you realize how important your time is, you get really careful on who you give it to. And my thought on video game with that mindset, my thought with any video game I were to play and master from now till I die, I'm mastering somebody else's creation that they already mastered, they thought of, they put a cap on, where something I do that's real with me, that's not a video game, shit, there is no cap. And nobody knows their true limit until you test yourself. I don't know about you, Stacey. I think a lot of people don't test themselves enough these days.
I mean, Casey's been I know where this is going. I read right through your salesmanship.
I was not implying.
So Casey has been trying to push me on one of these one chip challenges, right? And I've said, hey, look, I'll do it after we get 100 new followers, 1,000 likes.
We got 2 of them, and I say we should do it in honor of California and all the houses burning. We should burn as well. Am I right? Can I get some little love emojis on that, or some fire ones, or something?
You probably need to be on TikTok for that.
Oh, actually, Stacey said if we get 2 likes on any platform in the next 25 to 30 days, he'll do it. What? 2 likes right now. Come on, give us a like.
They know I'm lying. Like, if you don't know he's lying,
he'll do it. Let's see what it looks like in here. You want to see what the inside looks like?
Go ahead. Let's see.
All right. I'm gonna open it up here.
Once we got it open, we're gonna convince him to eat it, you guys. Like,
no, we're not.
2 likes.
Ooh.
Let's see.
So here.
It comes with a glove.
Oh, it comes with the glove. Here, show this to the camera, and I'll check out.
Oh, it's the camera.
Okay. Well, thanks, buddy. It's a team effort here. And this is the glove. Okay.
It says Red Hot Reaper Chip Challenge. It looks like a Dorito. Are you sure about it?
It says, I'm going to read this verbatim. It says, warning. Eat at your own risk.
We can get 10 people right
not
now. Or
everyone
10 people to say
will
do
enjoy
it.
the extreme heat. Do not eat if you are insensitive to spicy food, allergic to peppers, or capsaicin.
Capsaicin.
You said it.
I can't even see the word.
Oh, shit. I can't do this.
Why?
If you are pregnant or have any medical condition, do not eat this chip. I have a medical condition.
Hey, Greg.
I'm R-worded.
Hey, I'll buy an extra one if I can record your reaction to the Casey and Stacey show. We'll bring this motherfucker to work tomorrow. Like,
okay, this chip has been purely created for the sheer pleasure of intense heat and pain. Mouth on fire, runny nose, watering eyes, a lot of F words. Says, are you ready for the challenge?
This is fucking scary. I don't even really want to hold it anymore because I feel like I can taste it in my mouth holding the package.
Hey, you know what? Fuck it.
You gonna do it?
I'll do it.
Oh,
hey. Do it. Hey, you know what? I said in spirit of the fucking fires in my home state, I'm gonna do the challenge.
Hey, you say he's from California? Hey, I wish I had California
knows
love.
How to party. California
love up here.
Knows how to eat chips. Hey, and if my wife is still awake and she had a rough day, like she is the hardest worker, baby, I love you so much. I hope you're having a restful day. And please, if you hear me crying in the bathroom at 2:00 in the morning, it's because I'm shitting a chip, a super hot chip. All right, let me open this up. Man, you know what? Yeah, fuck it. You know, you only live once, right?
You only live
sometimes
once.
9 times if you're a pussy.
What we got?
I'm glad they chips not broken. Sometimes you do these challenges, you open up the package, you can get a broken chip. Now, this thing's fuzzy.
I'm scared.
I am
scared, guys.
I'm regretting it. I'm getting nervous.
Hey,
this is why we do things like this. Right now, I'm getting endorphins. I'm getting nervous. My palms are getting sweaty. This is why we live.
It ain't happening.
We live to test ourselves. Okay, I'm just trying to motivate myself. Okay. Okay, here we go. I need to count down.
3, 2, 1. Oh my fucking God. What do we got here, ladies and gentlemen? Walk us through. What do you taste? What do you feel?
Mhm.
Let's take
For the
glove off.
flavor, we're going for a pepper style heat. Oh my God.
Your eyes are like dilated.
Oh, bro.
Like, holy shit.
I don't remember this. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
It feels like it's like I just made out with the devil and he spit in my mouth.
It is
It is so hot.
sauce.
In these challenges, I see people usually sitting around with like their milk and they're like, I'm not drinking the milk yet. As you see, I have nothing around
I
me.
know, I was just thinking that. I'm like, what the fuck? Got some water over here if you want some water.
Hey, little thing, me let you get it. Goes in my mouth too hard to handle now. Mess around. Hard to handle now. Oh, baby. Oh, babe, I'm not gonna kiss you when I get home. I don't want to do that to you.
Oh my God.
I mean, we're definitely gonna have sex. I'm not gonna kiss you. Oh,
Shit, I just laughed so hard. What has he got? He's got his monster.
I don't need it.
I got a little bit of water, but I highly doubt you. Sit there if you want. Your eyes are fucking watering. Holy shit. You're reacting like this and you wanted me to do this?
Dude, I don't know if I can drive.
I was like, what? Like, that's crazy. Nick say you need some milk. Hey, so this is why you don't just do it, right? Like, I'm so happy that I got to see what could be. If we get, again, we need 100 new followers. So like, share, invite your friends. Love the video, love the podcast. And then with that, we also need a.
Oh, yeah.
And
You
we will
give
make
me at
it
least
happen.
one, motherfucker.
It'll mix with the oils and make it hot. Oh, man.
Ooh, I think I peaked, though. Oh, no, I'm peaking, baby. Oh, my God. It's like...
Holy shit, I'm in disbelief. Like,
Like someone's
I didn't see
tickling
that
me
coming.
inside of my mouth with a porcupine. Tickle, tickle.
Man,
It's like I got. It's like when you get soap in your pee hole. You know the first time you masturbate with soap in the shower.
No, I don't.
Bro.
Hey, Beauty said 100% man. 100%. Oh, that was for the bring the chip. Will do. And he said, attaboy. There we go. They're cheering you on. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Casey really knows how to play with it. Like, do the hot shit. I am not. Woo! I'll do sour before hot. And like, man, I was sold. Like, if you wouldn't, I just cried on my couch and I've seen you eat a lot of hot shit.
It doesn't stop, bro. It doesn't stop, though.
It looks like it's getting worse. Oh, shit. Oh, man. It's the fact I just looked over. You looked at me so real. Like, it ain't it. You took it like a champ. I don't know. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh. It's just, I can see the real in this. And it's just, damn.
Why don't you ever do anything with me?
I've done a lot of shit with you, but this one I just wasn't jumping on the bandwagon. I know what I can handle. I've done some shit, but ooh, I think we lost them, ladies and gentlemen. So this is why you don't eat hot foods. Okay. Now, I'm gonna have to go check on him here in just a minute if he's not okay, because that's pretty intense. As you see, I need to take a mic off. I don't know. He's upstairs throwing up right now. You're saying I can fuck with a Beauty. I'm gonna be honest, man. He's upstairs throwing up at the moment, and I don't know. You might be able to hear it in the background. It's so loud, so loud. Like, But as far as no, and I'm not saying I can't handle a Buny, but like I told him earlier, right? If I'm gonna go through the pain, I have to gain something from it, right? And the fact that I just seen him do this and he's now throwing up upstairs, I'm low key glad I didn't do it. Like, I'm gonna bring you a chip tomorrow, Beauty. If you care to participate, feel free. He shouldn't have done the water, but holy shit, that is definitely. I'm not gonna say it's a wrap because I want him to be able to come back and tell you guys he's alive, man. But I I hear him coming back. I'm not too sure. Give me one moment. Actually, you don't even gotta give me a moment. We're gonna get him checked out here for just a minute. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up for you guys. I'm gonna give you a follow-up video. We're gonna get a TikTok. Actually, give me 30 seconds. I'm gonna play a song for you in just a minute.
Orange leaves are falling. Can I fall on them with you? For the first time, met another somebody else. I don't mind. Caught the
He disappeared. All I heard was, I'm like, oh, it's gonna hurt twice as much.
It didn't come up,
Oh,
but
shit.
I took the thing out of your bathroom. You know?
I took this. I needed that.
My nose was running.
So walk us through. How did you feel? What's going on? What's the real? Because your eyes, dude, when I tell you it hit your tongue,
Dude,
your eyes dilated like someone who just fucking took a hit of adrenaline.
Oh.
It was just. It's like, whoa.
you remember that movie with Bradley Cooper where he got really smart?
Limitless?
Limitless. You remember when he took the pill and his eyes dilated and everything hit him and he got smart really quick?
Yep, that was you.
It was like the heat in my mouth, but I wasn't smart at all. Immediately just made me feel stupid. And I was trying
to feel stupid.
As soon as it hit me, I remember just trying to yell through my eyes. Like, if I were to look hard enough at you, be like, damn, I felt that.
Help me, nigga.
Yeah, it was like the
Help
first time I
me.
felt like if I were to get special powers, something around me is going to start moving, you know? Excuse me.
You say you drank the water. Like, that's what did it.
No, the
Oh,
water
shit.
almost came up, and the whole time I was upstairs heaving. Other than the snot trail, nothing came up and re-agitated my throat because I made that mistake before. Woo! But I'm telling you, it's still hot.
See,
I can
your
take a lot of
eyes.
heat.
Yes. I just said that. I was like, I'm glad. After seeing you do that, I'm glad I didn't need
Give
it.
me a spoonful of red pepper, you know. I won't back down. But that shit
I won't back.
was hot. No, who was the son of a bitch at work that said that's not even the real chip? Fuck you. Use my language. But man,
Because look, I said that when I saw that. I said, this ain't it, the Pocky chip. I
Yeah.
think this is worse after fucking reading it. I was literally reading it. No ID, no sale.
the chip was
no
fuzzy,
underage
dude. It was
sales.
a fuzzy chip. And when there's like fuzz involved with heat, it
That
ain't
is.
cheesy. It's heaty.
Greg said, bet your ears are burning.
Oh my god, everything's burning. It's like my
His
eyebrows.
face is turned a
I
different
can
color.
feel every hair. I got.
He lost color, gained color all in 30 seconds.
Man, I'm gonna go home and if I have any more Bluebell ice cream, which I think I do, have a little bit of Mulata Crunch. I'm eating that shit.
I'm eating
Oh, I'm never eating spicy food again. That's a lie.
I know that. I was like, yeah, it ain't that bad.
Hey,
What
I
could
had
be
to
worse
do
than
it,
that?
and I did this because I want you to do it, and I want everybody to come together. Come together for me, Casey Falkengren, the first. Give us some likes, give us some shares, give us some friggin' subscriptions. Let's get this guy heated up, baby, like California.
I'm just curious, what do you think could be worse than this?
Worse than this?
Yeah.
That's a
Out of all the
challenge?
hot sauces, out of the levels we had,
I've
what's
had
the closest?
out of the ones that we ate in that challenge?
Yeah, out of the advent calendar.
Those things are fucking jokes. I would take each one of those packets and I would I would tear. You know when you tear such a small little hole in something and you squeeze it like a Capri Sun and it comes out really really hard.
Mhm.
I would tear those packages open that much, stick it up my butt and unleash the whole thing like that, then do that again.
And you think you sold me on wanting to do this?
Either that or it comes up your butt. But either way, I want you to do something.
He said, "You owe me one after this motherfucking life."
See, now it's like into the time where it's like, this is enjoyable heat. This is my tongue's tingling now. It's like a remnants of what it used to be. So the downtime is not as bad as I thought it was going to be. It's starting to wear off. It's like
Camp Cup and
I can chew on my tongue right now and it feels good.
Hey, I'm cutting that, and it's gonna hit that zoom feature on his face so you can see the
Yeah.
like it hit and like, oh man.
Dude, I saw every step of my childhood.
Hey, if you ever thought you were looking at a person that was about to commit murder or just did something really crazy after he bit that chip, I felt like I looked in the eyes of a serial killer because he just was like, motherfucker.
I felt like I was like looking at Drew Barrymore in Firestarter when she like starts the fire and she goes, I was like, what? Great work, Casey. Pain makes you stronger. Amen, Adam. And I agree with you 100%. No pain, no gain. Yeah. Push the envelope. Is that not what I said?
Hey, that is your motto this year.
This year I said push the envelope because you only get one envelope this time around. And if you don't push it,
who will?
Then I don't know. Make up the rest of the story. You're a bitch. We are not bitches. Here at Stacy and Casey Show, we're trying to make men, and women. You just keep doing you, okay?
If we know what you are here in 5 years, because we haven't got that answer yet.
Yeah. So
either way, I want to say, what's the next thing we should eat? Well, what's the next thing Casey should eat? What's the next hot item we got in mind?
No.
That we should get Casey.
I don't know if I can do anything else. Dude.
Like we got the gummy bear. Hey, remember what you said, right?
Gummy bears
push
stuck
the
in
envelope.
Your teeth. No, you didn't. You're pushing the envelope. I'll be pushing
that
your
was
envelope.
Your motto.
I know. I did push it.
I know.
Can we push some other part of my body? Wait.
No diddy.
Don't answer that. No diddy.
No diddy. Oh, that's funny as fuck.
Thinking about like what finger or toe I would like.
Man, look, when I think about it, y'all give us some ideas. I got one. If we can get a really good idea for Casey to do, I guess at that point I'd have to owe him a chip for him to do that idea of what could be hot, sour.
So you're saying if I did another challenge that I don't want to do that's worse than that?
You wanted to do this.
I didn't really want to do it.
You did. I don't care what you say. You've been on this shit for a minute. I believe you wanted to do this. And if that's the case, that's
I
fine.
almost did it like earlier. I'll be honest.
Just like I really
actually, I was so hungry earlier and I was picturing what the chip looked like and it did look delicious. And I was thinking, I'm so hungry, I might just eat it just because I'm hungry. And just put up with the concept. I'm glad I didn't. I wouldn't have been able to work the rest of it.
Hey, no, that to me is gold.
My nose is still tingling. That's how hot it is. But anyways.
He said, hey, he said no hesitation, YOLO. Hey, you aren't wrong at this moment. Casey knew he fucked up type moment.
Yeah, that is the spiciest thing you've ever seen a guy wearing a kitty cat American flag romper that you'll ever see in your life. If somebody can outdo that, I'll be very impressed.
Is this the man you think you want to tangle with at, fisticuff with at the grocery store? Kitty cat romper, flaming hot chips. Some says he might be a psychopath. I'm Stacy.
I'm Casey.
And this is the Stacy and Casey Show.
Peace.